Much love. Much love. And I know you're doing great, whoever joined in. Welcome to another EBX discussion. And I thank you and I salute and I always give those honors to my ancestors. Honor thy mother, honor thy father, honor thy brother and thy sister. And anyone in my family that I held dear, may they rest in peace and in power, as well as your family, anyone who's tuned in. May anyone in your family that may have passed, may they rest in peace and in power. And welcome to Be Still. I just wanted to say that to whoever's joining in, my brothers and sisters, soldiers and soldierettes. I always say that because that's what I see. My family, whoever tuning in, be still and just let it flow naturally and righteously, and everything will be okay. And you say, EBX, how do you know this? Well, not only one knows this, a lot of us know this. Like I say, it's a lot of powerful brothers and sisters that's out here these days that can be denied. If you have an open mind and you have been working on your pineal gland and you have been studying and you're not narrow-minded, and it's 2020, ladies and gentlemen, there really isn't any more excuses as far as being aware and being clear on the world. Now, if you are clear and you are aware and you see things happening, especially if you're just beginning on this walk, maybe young or old, I tell you, and I speak for those that have been through rough patches in their lives, which I have. Like I say, some of the most powerful brothers and sisters have been through the most difficult challenges. And like we all say, that's what shapes us, that's what makes us. And that's why we are soldiers and soldierettes today. Those of us that are speaking for the truth. Those of us that know when we make a mistake and we hold ourselves accountable for it, whatever that is. And that goes for me too. Not afraid of one's mistakes that one might have made in the past or maybe make mistakes in the future. Can't live our life in fear. Life is never, the great creator, the higher power, doesn't give us life. Life is never meant to be endured. It's to be enjoyed. And putting as much good energy into this world that we possibly can. And the reason why it's so important, I think, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of my high vibrational brothers and sisters, already know this. Why I think it's important to keep good energy. Because just think of all the beautiful things that higher power has done for all of us. And especially for the melanated. But I say that higher power has pretty much done something in everyone's life. But I would have to say especially the melanated. Because I am a black man. So I will always put my melanated people on a top shelf. And I know we have some that are not so perfect, and we have some that's rotten, and that's rotten evil in a lot of areas, in a lot of different races and different people. It's just unfortunate, but that will never stop me from loving who I am and loving my brother and my sister. Because again, like I said a few minutes ago, we got a lot of great brothers and sisters in this world that we have had help us, our family, people in our family, people outside the family. Those are the things that we focus on. That's why I say again, if you're going through a bit of a challenge and you feel a hinkling of confusion, what I always say, ladies and gentlemen, you go to that higher power. And you say, how do we, if someone's asking this questions like, how do we get to that higher power? How do we find? Well, we don't find the higher power. Actually, that higher power finds us. when we find it's, I mean, the higher power is already there. Like I've said in past podcasts, that higher power resides at the pit of our soul, the root of our thinking, the things that only that higher power know and we know. That's where that higher power lays. That's where you will have to go. And it's to me, it's good to communicate with brothers and sisters, of course, because we got to spread the love. You know, the higher power didn't create human beings just not to communicate with each other. We communicate with each other for a reason. But we also go in those solitude moments for a reason too, to sustain ourselves, to keep ourselves sane, you know, because a lot of times this world can be noisy. But if you're going through a struggle, again, remember, a lot of us brothers and sisters within my family, outside of my family, we have been through some hardships and been through some rough times. And a lot of my family and a lot of other brothers and sisters' families, we're doing good, we're staying strong. We've been through things that we never thought we could get through. So if you're struggling out there and you do see some light, keep going forward. Don't give up. Giving up is the worst thing you can do. Because remember, you're not just giving up on yourself. You're giving up on those that you're connected to. However way we got to do it to stay sane, do it. Whether it's listening to someone, your own studying, going to that higher power, greater creator, Mother Nature, universe. I like to say in all those forces, I use whatever I can get. You know, and if anything is discouraging you, you must deflect it, because we have to be a soldier and a soldierette on this walk. And that greater higher power holds us to a very high standard. And I will do whatever I can. And I'm sure a lot of us powerful brothers out here, a lot of people feel like this, especially ones that's been through it. We will go through the fucking fire to stay sane and protect ours. And that's what it's about. Protect each other, you know, have each other's back. You know, we're not going to do everything right. We're not always going to be perfect. But if it's love at the base, if it's loyalty at the base, everything will always come into place. Everything will always be in alignment. It's all about what we think at the base of our soul and our spirit, what we got deep down inside, where that higher power resides. So again, like I said, for those who struggling out there, be still. If you know you're righteous within, just let it flow naturally. Don't be irritated. Don't think things are weird. Don't let people, places, or things discourage you if you're right within and you mean well. Because it's a lot of us righteous brothers and sisters out here, reachers and teachers. And I don't give a crap where you are in your life. There's no such thing as small. It's all about what's in your heart. Because big bangs can come in small packages. It's all about having that intelligence. And I mean just the good old good sense that good old great creator has given a lot of us. And reach inside and pull out that true power. Never be afraid of the unknown, as long as it's righteous and you're not hurting yourself and you're not hurting nobody else. Do the things that you're passionate about, my brothers and sisters, my soldiers and soldierettes. Do things that you love, things that help you breathe life into yourself and into others. Because as long as we live, I don't care how much solitude we take, we have to connect to one another, because we have to get out in the world. We work jobs and we have family and we have responsibilities, accountabilities. So, but those moments that we can take by ourselves, which is not too much now, because like I said recently, we don't want to become too antisociable, but just enough to charge up so we can be powerful enough to help those before us. Because we can't help those if we can't help ourselves. We got to keep ourselves strong. And, you know, just keep it real. As time goes on in this new age, it gets more and more challenging. So that's why every day we got to study ourselves and stay in tune as much as we can. And before I go too far, this is I said I was doing a 30-day detox, mind, body, and soul. And today is day 6. And I just did a video maybe about an hour or two ago. My son I just visited, and that was day 5. That was actually yesterday. But I'm gonna talk a little bit about it. Went pretty well. I think I did have a couple of negative thoughts on the job. Been pretty pure. Haven't been having a lot of lustful thoughts. I've been working on that. Been working on my diet and been doing pretty good with that. Now I will admit I did eat a little late last night, but it was light. It was kind of light. It wasn't heavy. But I'm trying to break that habit because I said even the things that I'm having a challenge with, I'll talk about that too. Because lusting, like I said, lusting can be challenging, and lusting can be material, sexual, and for us, I know women have their challenges. Our sisters, I know they have their challenges with lusting, with sexual or material. And those are areas we really have to be careful of. We really have to work on those areas. And some people are really weary of talking about things like that, but you have to. That's that deep stuff within. Like I said, that stuff that we have to dig into and bring it out, talk about it. So that's what detoxing is all about. So like I said, this 30-day detox, I'm incorporating everything. I'm not leaving out nothing. Emotional, psychological, physical, my diet, everything. And I'm gonna do this. And like I said, at the end of every 30 days, do an evaluation of how you did, so you can really stand outside of yourself and see what kind of individual you are. And as I said, if you like, you can do this. And you can't lose by looking at oneself on the inside and trying to better yourself. Where can you go wrong? So, and now, like I said, I'll keep you updated. And again, like I said, I love to hear from my brother and sister in the comments. Let me know how you doing, and keep this positive energy going. And like I said, if you're having some kind of struggle, remember, a lot of us have. It's a lot of examples out here, a lot of great reachers and teachers out here in this great content creator world. Because I see nothing but positivity, because that's all I'm connected to. Some great brothers and sisters, as well as my family. Got some great people out there. We just have to put ourselves in that space, mentally, physically, and of course, as all my brothers and sisters, reachers and teachers always say, spiritually. Most important thing, right at the pit of that soul, so we can stay sane. And I say again, there is no struggle if you be still and just let it flow naturally. Go to that higher power so you don't feel confusion. Now, like I said, it might be things you won't understand, but when you're with that higher power, subconsciously, you will understand. You won't know why things happen the way they happen, but subconsciously, you will know. And as time go on, you will be still, because those silent moments are the times you observe and you see a lot. When you're able to be quiet and really go in tune into that inner that we always talk about, it can be a beautiful thing. And then that outside will be beautiful. And everything, person, place, or thing will see that positive energy radiate off of you. So just be still and just let that power flow naturally, righteously. And you will see, because a lot of us have been through the fire. You will see. We made it through. You'll make it through. If anybody that's struggling out there, brother or sister, and everything will be okay. So just be still. Let it flow naturally. And that's my thought. That's my positive thought. That's my real thought. And I salute my family. I give honor to my family, your family, my children, their mothers, brothers and sisters, reachers and teachers. May you have peace in your part of the world, wherever you are, right now. One.